Okay, what is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here. I wasn't gonna do another anime video this week. I was actually gonna do a Zelda video, but I kinda had to talk about this because Netflix then popped out with the 1-2 punch of anime news. Okay, so first off, they announced that they were, well, I guess technically they did 3 pieces of news. But first off, they did announce that the Audi Sin Car show that we thought was a Zelda show is actually a Devil May Cry show, which, fine, that's going to be interesting. Then the other piece of news was that they had got the streaming rights to Evangelion, which, if you're a hardcore anime fan, it's big news. If you're a casual anime fan, you're probably like, either what's Ava or what's so important about Ava. You got some watching to do. So Ava is a huge anime series. So big, in fact, it's kind of strange that it's kind of disappeared from the map lately. Like, honestly, nobody has had the rights to Ava in years. That's why there's been no DVD or Blu-ray prints outside of the movies that are on Crunchyroll. And there have been, nobody's had the streaming rights. Like, nobody. You couldn't watch the original Ava anywhere legally that I know of in the last at least 5 to 10 years. So it's been a long time. But yeah, now finally somebody has the rights to that show. So now you can go on Netflix and watch the Ava in dubbed. So this is actually pretty big because it's like Ava for a whole new generation of people. I mean, because I've seen Ava, I definitely want to watch it again, though, because it's been a long time since I watched it. But yeah, and then the third piece is probably the biggest piece that set the internet ablaze, and that's that they're making a Cowboy Bebop live action anime adaptation. News so big I can't even talk about it. But yeah, so of course the internet and Twitter and YouTube is all ablaze with hate and negativity around the show. Rightfully so after the Death Note debacle. But honestly, I have to say, it's not all bad. I mean, there are two words that save this. Television series. It's a TV show. It's a TV show. It's not a movie. If it was a movie, I would be neckbeard on booth out with all the angry anime fans out there. Alright, neckbeard to death. Be ready to go. Alright, but it's a TV show. It's not a movie. And there's one thing that I think Netflix has figured out about the unadaptable, which is anime and video games, is it's best to do it as a TV show. It's way easier to adapt a 40-hour video game or a 26-episode anime if you do it in 10 hours compared to doing it in 2. You can have story arcs and character development in 10 hours. More than likely, this show is probably going to get 2 seasons. So that's 20 hours of content, of time you have to make this show good. That's a long time you have to do this. So of course, I just like when they announced the Avatar live action adaptation, I am cautiously optimistic. I'm a little bit more optimistic about this one than I am about the Avatar one, because I think just building more around Avatar just doesn't seem to work. Like, the movie was garbage, Legend of Korra was okay, So I think just building around that show is just really hard because it was so good. Now, Cowboy Bebop is like an anime masterpiece, and that's probably one of the reasons why people are so mad about it. But I think they can do this one, though. I'm being cautiously optimistic, because this could blow up in my face and be horrible. But I am cautiously optimistic. I mean, they have the original, I can't remember his name, but they have the original director of Cowboy Bebop on board. And the intro better be Tank, or at least made by Yuki Kadra. One of the two. They just make Tank the intro. Just buy. You got money, Netflix. But one thing you have to realize though is you can't immediately crap on everything Netflix does when it comes to anime adaptations. They were the first people to make a good video game adaptation in Castlevania. Nobody else has done that. Nobody. Alright, all these video game adaptations, I haven't seen Tomb Raider yet, but that's probably lame. Mortal Kombat was closest to being fun, and that's because it's a childhood movie for me. Like, most video game adaptations are garbage. Netflix was the only company to have made a good video game adaptation, which I'm going to have to review this show now, because I'm talking about it, so I'm going to have to review that now. But yeah, they're the only one that's done it. And if there's anybody who can crack this anime adaptation drought, it's probably Netflix. And Netflix do have some good anime adaptations. Even though they bought them, they do have them. Like, the only reason why this hate is so bad is because Death Note was bad and Netflix adaptations have become a meme. But they do have some good adaptations. Like, the Erased adaptation was really good. Even though that was made by a Japanese company and they bought it, it was still really good. The Bleach adaptation, people are calling it one of the best adaptations in a long time. That also wasn't necessarily made by Netflix either. But then there are adaptations that they bought that were hot garbage, like the Full Metal Alchemist adaptation. Even though that one was a blatant cash grab. I mean, all they did was took some of the big moments from the first half of the show, stuck it into a movie, and threw it out there to milk more money out of the franchise. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. People are like, I think it's gonna be okay. Like, I think it's just become like a thing now when something like this comes out that people are just gonna crap on it. I don't know. Netflix, don't fail me. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep it real.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2,